Good morning, it's Syreena from the Falco Family Vlogs. And today I wanted to start doing something a little different. It's been on my heart and I haven't kind of figured out how to do it, but I'm just gonna jump right in. I want to start doing more sit down videos. I've kind of talked about this before, but it's hard because I'm here trying to figure out what my own rules are to this game. And it is the norm on YouTube especially to produce videos where there's 10 things this and 5 things that, but really I just want to sit down and have a good morning chat. I just want to grab my cup of coffee, cup of tea, whatever I might have, and just talk things out with a few of my friends. So yeah, this new segment of ours is called the Good Morning Chat. I just finished painting my nails real quick and I grabbed myself a cup of coffee, and let's just try and get into this topic for today. I want to start opening up the conversation, and instead of it being me sitting down or us sitting down and just kind of sharing with you guys tips and tricks, I want to actually open up genuine conversations about things, about thoughts and feelings. And I got my little coffee mug. Today I want to talk about getting through the holiday season. I know it is like halfway through already, but let's just get into this here because it's going by so fast, so quickly, and we still have quite a bit of time left before we make it to the end of this year. And I just thought, why not pop in and talk about it, getting through the holiday season. Sit down videos are so hard for me because, like I said, people want to have 10 ways this and 5 tips that and 7 ways to do XYZ, and this is not that. A lot of the times it's hard for me to share because things are just simple. It's our thoughts and our feelings that make it complicated, but I think that when we outline what is really important to us the most, and then we set our attentions towards focusing on that thing, it makes it a lot easier to simplify life and make those decisions and those choices that lead you to the result that you're looking for. That's good today. Okay, so the holiday season, it's like, you ever feel like you're just being forced and bullied into doing certain things? That's how I feel the holiday season can be sometimes. Brian and I sat down to try to map out the rest of our gifts, and there was just a feeling of like urgency and rush that I don't really like at all. And to me, whenever I feel that way, I have to, like, again, disrupt the pattern and say, Syreena, what matters the most to you? What matters the most to your family? And then what am I going to do about it? So I don't know if you guys feel that way. I've just been, last year, the holiday season was so full of anxiety for me. It was the first time I feel like it really hit me in that way, because I'm not normally like that, but I felt a lot of like pressures of other people and pressures of society kind of really pressed to weigh me down, and that's not how I roll. And I think last year I lost sight of that and I let that get to me. It was the year that I ended up buying a whole bunch of toys and getting a whole bunch of things. And I remember specifically looking at Brian and asking him, like, did we get enough things? Does I feel like they don't have enough things? And now that I look back on that, they each had like 7 or 8 gifts a piece. And to be honest with you, I feel ashamed that I even felt or that way or said that because that's not how we roll. Like, we're about giving, about focusing on what the true meaning of the season is. And I just really allowed for those social norms to just kind of seep in and take over and drown out what mattered the most to me. So this year, when the holiday season came around, I said to myself that I do have a choice, and the choice that I am going to make is going to be absolutely in line with what matters the most to me. What matters most to us is a nice slow season, enjoying one another as a family, and accepting the grace that God has given freely, and just trying to make the most of the moments. So yeah, I want to know what you guys feel about that. Do you feel a lot of pressure around the holiday season, and how do you handle it? Let's talk about it in the comment section below. I try to keep gifts as simple as possible. I know things that they're interested in and projects that they would want to start, and so that is where I'm starting with as far as their gifts are concerned. The thing that I endeavored to do this holiday season the most was just create a list. And so we have a holiday bucket list, and on that holiday bucket list, every morning for breakfast, we wake up, we go visit the bucket list, and we decide, pick one or two things on the list that we can do together for the day that would make it just fun and enjoyable as a family. And that has been keeping it very nice and simple and stress-free for us. So yeah, I just decided I wasn't going to get overwhelmed with all the ideas and all the possibilities of the season, and just choose to write out a few ideas and decide collectively as a family, and keep the peace above all else. So yeah, that's basically my plan for the holidays. See how simple it kind of is, and yet if you allow it, it can become so very complicated. So what I have learned above all else is that keeping things simple is a choice that we get to make. And I never want to lose sight of the fact that it is my choice, you know, and when I make that choice, whatever it may be, whatever that choice may look like in any given situation, I need to own it. You know, like I need to own it and settle in my heart that I decided this specific thing, and that I'm going to enjoy the fruit of the decision that I made. I feel like too often we can just be very double-minded about things, you know. So you make one choice or one decision that you believe to be best for you and your family, but then you just go back and revisit the other possibility, the thing that you left behind, but you left it behind for a reason. That's what I kind of try to remind myself. It's kind of my approach that I've taken to homeschool. When I decided that homeschool was going to be the method of education that we chose for our family, I left the other ideas behind. Now, if life brings me to a place where I'd have to revisit those other options or possibilities, then we'll deal with that once we got there. But for now, I pretty much treat it like it's not even a thing, in order to focus on what I have chosen, what we have chosen as a family. Does that make any sense? So yeah, these are my tips, not really tips, thoughts about getting through the holiday season. I just refuse to be bullied by commercials and the retail industry, and I just refuse. So this is a time where commercials, especially geared to the kids, get really heavy, get really thick, and I try to challenge my kids on that. So if they see commercials and all of a sudden they want that thing, we open up that conversation and have that conversation about, why is it do you think that you want it? Is it because you've seen it, you know, quite often lately? And we talk about advertisement and how it affects and plays on your emotions and your desires. And I really try to get them to challenge themselves and say, was that really a desire that you had? Or is it a desire that someone else impressed upon you? Now, obviously, my kids are at an age where they can start to grasp those concepts. And sometimes my conversations are a little bit over their heads, but that's okay. I feel like I'm challenging their hearts and their minds to think about things, and then from those thoughts, make choices and decisions. So I enjoy that about the holidays, just seeing it as an opportunity to challenge our minds and think about the way that we are behaving. Now, obviously, I'm sitting here talking to you, and it probably sounds a lot more put together than it really is. because last night when Brian and I were sitting down trying to hash out what we were going to get for the kids, it felt like a very real and chaotic and frustrating situation. I'm not even gonna lie. But then I got to the point where I had to recognize what was going on and say, absolutely not. So yeah, I would love to hear your thoughts and feelings on all the things, and let's talk about it in the comments below. What is your biggest struggle with the holiday season, and how can we just break the pattern right now and make good decisions to make sure that you achieve your desired outcome for this holiday season, for making memories with your family and for giving to others, and just really enjoying the days that we have together. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this, the first of our good morning series, and let me know some of the things that you maybe would like to talk about, to chat about, to open up the conversation and start our mornings and our days off on the right path and finish them that way. So yeah, this was fun. I liked it a lot. Let me know all your thoughts and let's keep this conversation going. Bye.